Okay, so the major issues facing DC schools, extremely low test scores and basically like ability in reading and math compared to the rest of the country, and a lot of schools where the teachers didn't have control of the students, I guess. Um, for the second question, it seems like she didn't explicitly change the content of the curriculum, but what she did was emphasize testing so much and put like teachers felt like they might lose their jobs if their students didn't test well enough. So that probably changed how they taught and what they emphasized in the classroom. Um, like focusing more on what would be in the DC CAS than what they might otherwise think was, more interesting or more important. Um, did her mandates improve student learning? I think probably a little bit, just by basically lighting a fire under the administrations. But it seems like not nearly as much as she claimed because it was this kind of shallow test only learning. And also, a lot of the tests were probably fabricated, erased, and changed by teachers. Um, the way she managed school administrators, Um, I think it was good to hold the principals more accountable, but probably could have done it in a more supportive way. Like Parker, the union head, said, um, yes, supporting them, maybe like make them do training or something instead of just immediately firing them, um, which I think did definitely affect the staff morale, which in turn probably affected the students. If the teachers are anxious and afraid of losing their jobs, if their students don't test well, then the students are going to pick up on that anxiety and be anxious themselves. So, yes, they do think it impacted student staff morale. Um, let's see. Do I agree with her way she dealt with teachers? Yeah, basically the same. Like, I think it was good to be a little more strict with the teachers, but in a more like supportive way that does consider morale. Um, because also like the turnover from all the firings would be bad for students also. Um, I guess I agree with her willingness to kind of step on toes and be unliked, disliked in order to better the lives for her students, but I don't agree with what she actually did, which was emphasize a single test and use the sort of like stick rather than carrot uh, encouragement. Um, I do, yeah, I do think morale is important, especially with the teachers, maybe less so with the administrators, but the administrators then affect the teachers who then affect the students. Um, but yeah, instead of making like a enemy of the teachers union, maybe try to work with them so the teachers at least feel relatively safe in their job. Um, yes.